Well, we're here because Republicans have backed themselves into a corner. They want to extend the Trump tax cuts for the wealthy and the well-connected and the biggest corporations. They won't cut defense spending. They continue to talk about cutting Social Security and Medicare, even after booing the president for pointing out that they've said they want to cut Social Security and Medicare. And they're holding hostage the full faith and credit of the federal government while they demand concessions in secret. They won't say what they want for their extremist agenda. Their solution to having backed themselves into this corner? Incantation. They're relying on a new magic budget word. That word is woke. The House Budget Chairman says his budget will be modeled after a draft budget put together by Trump's budget director, Russ Vought, which uses the phrase woke 77 times. I think the previous record for the use of the term woke in budgets is 0 always. Call everything woke and then try to cut its funding seems to be the strategy. Housing, woke, chop it in half. Public schools and job training, woke, slash it. Auditing tax cheats, woke, let's not do that. Fighting climate change, woke, none of that. Healthy food for kids and families, woke, cut it. Medicaid, health insurance, heating assistance, cut, cut, cut. From behind this new catchphrase, Republicans want workers and families to line up behind the tax cheaters, behind the polluters, behind the campaign donors, behind the well-connected and the well-off whom they serve. Well, their problem is you can say woke for a while, but then people will notice that they no longer have disability benefits, or that they can't afford their prescription drugs, or that huge corporations are paying nothing in taxes. The woke screen is a smoke screen, and people need to see through it.
Say that again, Sheldon?
The woke screen is a smoke screen, and Americans need to see through it to what Republicans are really trying to do.
Wow, friends. So you may be eligible for thousands of dollars in financial aid this year. It has been announced that millions of Americans are unaware that they can receive extra relief money from our federal government. The Internal Revenue Service is urging that all Americans check to see if they are eligible for any tax credits. Also, friends, I will be going over how you can receive as much as $2,000. So do make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, this coming Friday, I will be announcing 2 winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Now, friends, a valuable tax credit that many taxpayers normally miss will not be available to many Americans this year. The crisis enhancements for the Earned Income Tax Credit that increase the tax break's eligibility had expired for the 2022 tax year, leaving millions of Americans either unable to claim it or qualifying for a much smaller amount. The expiration may compound the likelihood that many Americans who are still eligible for the Earned Income Tax Credit may disregard it this year. Data has shown that 1 in 5 eligible Americans do not claim the credit. IRS Acting Commissioner Doug O'Donnell said in a statement, "This is an important tax credit that helps millions of hardworking people every year. But each year, many people miss out on the credit because they don't know about it or don't realize that they are eligible." Last year, the American Rescue Act expanded the credit, allowing 18 to 24-year-olds to qualify and imposing no age limit cap. The credit, which helps many low and moderate income workers and working families, was made fully refundable. Now, those changes are gone, and as a result, some taxpayers may receive a smaller refund compared with the previous tax years. This year, you must be 25 to 64 years old to qualify for this credit. For single filers with no children, the maximum credit is $560. But friends, it is important to file a tax return, even if you are not required to do so. That is so that you can receive this credit. Some state lawmakers are also driving an effort to invest $4 billion in child tax credits for families in the next state budget. The Working Families Tax Credit would provide New York families $500 credit per child, regardless of their income, and up to $1,500 per child for single parents who earn under $25,000 a year, or $50,000 for two-parent households. These payments would be sent to households quarterly. Senator Andrew Gounardes, who was a sponsor of the bill, said this week, "With the passage of this tax credit, we project that we can reduce childhood poverty by 20%. It will be a game changer for families all across the state." The push for a new tax credit for families with children under 18 comes after the federal expanded child tax credit funded the American Rescue Plan had expired. Senator Gounardes' tax credit is modeled after that 6-month program for the next state budget to pick up where the federal program had left off. The tax credit would be expanded to families with children under 3 years old and include all New Yorkers, regardless of citizenship status, to help families pay for their groceries, utilities, or other bills. It would combine and expand the state's existing child tax credit with the Earned Income Tax Credit Program, which is funded with less than $1 billion in last year's budget. The proposal would require doubling investments for child and dependent tax credit programs to about $4 billion a year. State spending has increased about $50 billion since before the crisis. But the legislature will have to juggle its desires, affordability, and keeping the state economically competitive as the next budget takes its shape. Some Assembly Republicans are against including the expanded credit in the budget. But Senator Gounardes argues with a $227 billion budget, the state of New York can afford the credit to reduce child hunger and poverty for everyone. Governor Kathy Hochul signed legislation last year requiring the state to decrease its rate of child poverty by 50% over the next decade. Lawmakers in support of funding the Working Families Tax Credit in the upcoming budget argue the governor did not include specific plans in her executive budget to reduce child poverty in the state. Lawmakers in support of funding the Working Families Tax Credit in the upcoming budget argue the governor did not include specific plans in her executive budget to reduce child poverty in the state in keeping with the law, and the expanded credit would be a way to do it. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on all of this? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Well, my amazing and most awesome friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Wednesday. Thank you, dear friends, for being part of this community and for joining me here every single day. To say thank you, I will be announcing 2 winners for the $75 Walmart gift card giveaway this coming Friday. If you would like to enter the giveaways, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. My dear friends, the more videos that you comment on, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed Wednesday.